Hello and welcome to our first episode of Super Nerds UK.
I'm Ian and we're going to be talking about films, games, comics, all geeky stuff, and we'll specifically be talking about news that drops through the weeks and things that we've all been talking about together.
And our first news we're going to talk about today is the new Avengers extended trailer for Age of Ultron. And what was your thoughts on that?
I thought it was really, really good. I sort of thought after the first trailer that came out, the main one, I thought the next one would brighten up the feeling of it a bit, maybe brighten up the tone a little bit. Couldn't have been more wrong. They threw a few more shots of Iron Man in there, a few more of I think Black Widow cocking a gun when she's seen Ultron come from out of by where Iron Man keeps his other suits.
Yep. And that was also the bit where you see the suits come up through the wall.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
That was
like, whoa.
That was like wow.
Yeah.
When that came out. But I still think that tone is still quite dark. I think the tone of the film is going to be quite dark. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think maybe the next trailer we might see a few more clips, maybe a few more jokes from Tony Stark, because the reason we loved the Avengers film so much was that it didn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
We had a laugh and we enjoyed ourselves while we were watching it.
Yeah, and I think Josh Whedon likes his sort of chats around the table, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He has done in a lot of things, because obviously with what was it called again? I've got it somewhere. It's up there. Firefly.
Yeah.
He used to like them all sitting around the table, having gabs and joking around and stuff like that.
Well, you see them, don't you? When
Yeah.
the first
That was
trailer came out,
the little extended version.
Well, the extended one where they're trying to lift
the camera.
I thought that was really good. That was really good.
I love the way it wobbles for Cap.
Captain America.
And you just see sort of Thor's face go.
Yeah,
Nice
I really liked that trailer. It was really good.
Yeah.
Something else I really enjoyed this week is I went to the cinema to see it.
Yeah.
But I know you've only just seen it the last couple
right.
of days.
Yeah.
It was X-Men Days of Future Past. I bought it on Blu-ray on Friday. I've watched it 3 times in 3 days. It's a little bit good. I thought it was absolutely amazing. Best X-Men film to date. Every time I see Hugh Jackman, he's grown into the role. I think how much better at Wolverine can he get? No matter how poor or not X-Men the film is, he still stands out. Last stand. But no, it was really good. What did you think of it?
I love the way. I love the way it sort of ties everything together. There's still sort of strands from the other films where the continuity of some of the stuff doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
Because at the very end of Wolverine, what's the title of it?
Origins.
Wolverine Origins. At the very end, you see Charles Xavier get off the helicopter and he's still walking.
Yeah.
And he goes to all the kids. Come here, kids. And I think there's an it kind of ties the first 3 films into like a nice little bow, and then ready to sort of take on the rest of the X-Men.
Spoilers alert. But what he does is he makes you not hate X-Men Last Stand, but he sort of, I don't know, puts a reason out there for it. It makes it a bit more. You can understand why it's there.
Yeah, it kind of makes it worth watching again, in a way.
Yeah.
Even though there was so many faults. Yeah, it's kind of it's the only one I don't own actually, but I will eventually buy it to complete the set, I think, and maybe watch it again if I can get around to it. But even though I don't like a lot of the things about the film, there are good points in it.
There are good points in it.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't.
It wasn't Spider-Man 3.
Oh, don't get me started on that one.
It wasn't Spider-Man 3.
Anyway, let's not go off time.
We digress.
Yes. So, all round, really enjoyable film, X-Men, Days of Future Past. Really, it was the first time I saw it. I got it on Blu-ray and thoroughly enjoyed it. Like the way it all ties everything together. Looking forward to the next one. Yeah. Big time.
I think Superman Returns put me off, but I haven't seen the film again, to be honest with you.
Superman Returns. It's such a shame, because there's good things in that film, like the plane sequence. And
it was made, the best That's where it was made with good intentions.
Yeah.
Trying to carry on with Donna.
Which was, I think, was a good idea,
Yeah,
and kept the John Williams music brilliant. You know, when I went to the cinema to see it, one thing I was really looking forward to was hearing the John Williams score.
But when I heard
in
that,
the theatre,
because I wasn't aware whether they were going to keep it or whether they were going to get rid of it. But when I was sitting there in the pictures, and that music came on, wow.
I got goosebumps, yeah.
Exactly the same watching X-Men Days of Future Past when the original. I was like, yes, they've kept it.
It was even in the fanfare, the Fox logo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, leading on to that, speaking of coming out in 2016, the whole roster of films we've got due to come out in the next 5 years now have pretty much been announced, except for probably some others, who knows, that might get thrown in there in the mix. We'll show you a graphic now, if we can, of all the films that are dated, and these are the American dates that you're seeing at the moment. But these are all the films that are due to come out in the next 5 years, all the superhero movies, and
I'm going to be Paul.
Yeah, it feels like to me, when you've got like the DC, Marvel, and then you've got a sprinkling of the Fox X-Men movies and the Spider-Man movies from Sony, it's like you've got all these parents who are competing to give you the best presents for Christmas.
Yeah.
And they're all coming in with their parcels, and they're just going, "Hey, son."
But don't forget, we've got a Fantastic Four thrown in there as well. There's a Deadpool film coming as well.
Deadpool.
And then if you look beyond the likes of your superhero films, which I love the superhero films, but you've also got the likes of a new Bond coming out as well. You've got your Star Wars films in there.
You can forget that. Yeah.
So I've got a pretty busy schedule. Better start saving. I think.
Speaking of Star Wars, I think we're going to see a sneaky trailer, like a teaser trailer, before Christmas, or maybe on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve.
We're definitely going to see something with the. What was the title of it called? The title was given, was it The Force Awakens?
Force Awakening, yeah.
Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Normally when they give you the title to a film, normally you're not too far off a teaser, I think.
And then probably a Batman v Superman
teaser
trailer. I wonder if it'll involve the bit they show at the Comic-Con.
The leaked footage from Comic-Con, I would imagine so.
I wonder if he'll have a tank type one.
Apparently he has two. Apparently it's been mentioned that he may or may not have two vehicles. And I'm wondering whether one is the Batmobile and the other one's like a tank, as in the Dark Knight Returns, very similar to the Dark Knight Returns. Because he seems to be, I wouldn't say stringently sticking to it, but he seems to be very much, he's definitely coming from that comic.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the characters. I mean, because we've got Wonder Woman in there, she's not in the cartoon, or the comic, but it'll be interesting to see how they sprinkle in. I keep saying sprinkling. That's my word for the day, sprinkle. How they keep putting in these characters like Wonder Woman, Cyborg's
coming in.
Who knows what other ones they might put in.
But yeah, we're all very excited for it. I'm wondering what direction the Spider-Man franchise is going to go in, because obviously there was mixed reviews over Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I enjoyed it. I liked it, but I think I didn't like the Rhino. I wasn't too fussed on Jamie Foxx as Electro. He reminded me far too much of Jim Carrey in Batman Forever. Yeah, that type of character. Yeah.
Even though he didn't have all the quirkiness, he just kind of spoke with a nice echo.
Yeah. And next, talking about the other films as well, there's rumours that Jenna Malone may be playing Carrie Kelly, the female Robin from the.
Yes, I only hear about that today.
Returns.
Yeah.
Well, she was seen on there about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And people were like, is she in the film? Is she just visiting Zack Snyder? Because apparently she's friends with Zack Snyder.
She was in Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch, yeah, she'd worked with him before. The other reason the rumour came up is she put an Instagram picture up where I think she started her hair red.
Yes.
She said it was I think she said it was for the film, and obviously
she had a little thing. I can't remember what it was now. She said underneath it.
But Carrie Kelly, for those who know, those who don't know, she's got red hair.
Yes.
The female Robin. So you never know.
I just hope they don't go with. I'm probably going to get hated for this, because I'm not a big fan of the Robin costume. With the green and yellow and red.
They've got Batman in his black costume, we can't be seen.
Well, the whole idea, you see, I think with Batman and it's supposed to be stealthy, you know, he's supposed to disappear into the darkness, a shadow, and then sort of grab his prey from the shadows and then disappear again. That's Batman. Now, if Robin's supposed to be someone who's a sidekick and help him along, why would you want to stand out like a sore thumb?
May as well wear a high-vis vest, don't you? Come
on,
on, I'm
hey,
here.
look at me!
Maybe
Just a distraction.
Maybe that's the idea.
Yeah.
Maybe he's there to take whatever's coming for Batman. Going, I'm here, come and get me.
Yeah.
And then Batman can go and beat people up and then
that's
get
true.
off.
Yeah, look
But
at that.
in fairness, Kelly's not going to last long though, like that, is she?
No, I think that they're going to have to do something about that. Because obviously, especially with the DC films, they try to keep them real and gritty. And so I think they'll probably down
It's more like
there may be
grounded,
hints
innit?
of green or red or something in it. Hopefully not as like they did with the Batman and Robin.
It may get to a point where we don't actually see her as Robin. And don't forget, this is just rumours that she's playing Kelly.
Yeah.
She may just be a character
Yeah.
that helps him.
With all the other characters in there, she may just be in it for a short time where Batman rescues her from something.
Yeah.
And then you see little bits of it, but you don't actually see her become Robin. Maybe they'll leave that for the
Another
next Batman
time,
film
another
or
time.
something like that.
Maybe it's just a bit of fan service. Maybe it's just to pay a fan. Yeah, it's Kelly.
Yeah, I guess
Have a smile.
it's only a rumour, so I guess we'll have to wait and see when the film comes out, or if a trailer shows it or anything. Yeah.
No, well, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Now Ben Affleck, as good as he is as the as I say, as good as he is looking at Batman, he might be absolutely awful when he comes out. I don't think he will be. I don't think he will be because he's progressed as an actor. I think since he's become a director, he's a far better actor.
Yeah, I think he's
gone to the next stage.
Since like Daredevil and stuff like that, he's come a long way.
But I don't think I don't think when it came to Daredevil anyway, I don't think Ben Affleck was the problem.
Films, I mean, the Daredevil had his little problems, didn't he? There's some good bits in that as
wasn't
well.
down to Ben Affleck though, was it? I just think Daredevil itself was... I know I digress here, but I just think Daredevil itself has a few tonal problems. It tried to be dark and gritty in 1 minute, and then the next minute they're doing wild fights in the kids' playground, and I'm like, what's this about?
That entire scene just took me out of the film completely.
Yeah,
I was kind of going, what's going on here?
But I am a fan of the Daredevil film. Say what you want in the comments below, but I think it's very guilty. I say it's a guilty pleasure. I don't hide the fact. I love it. One thing I will say about the schedule, I love it. Absolutely made up with it. One thing I'm disappointed at: still no standalone Hulk film with Mark Ruffalo.
I think they go with... It's difficult to say what's behind the decision making when it comes to that stuff. Isn't it?
I think it's because...
but
as much as I love the Incredible Hulk,
yeah,
you read his comics, apart from the leader, the villains seem a bit second rate in the Incredible Hulk, and I think they see that, and I think they see the Hulk anyway as a better side character.
Yeah.
Last not least, but something that we are going to talk about is they've announced there's going to be a Toy Story 4.
That's right.
Bit mixed emotions about it. I love the Toy Story films, 1, 2 and 3. I think they're all fantastic films. Yeah. I think the third one pretty much wrapped it up nicely, and if it had finished there, I wouldn't have had any complaints about it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to have any complaints about number 4 coming out, but I just think they rounded it out nicely with the third one. I'm not sure whether we need love for it. I will see it. It'll come out. I'll go and see it in the pictures. I'll probably buy the Blu-ray. But do we need a Toy Story 4?
Why not? I mean, if they want to make it, the original crew are coming back to do it now. You know, you got the original director, John Lasseter, wanting to direct it again. And they say they've got some fresh ideas and somewhere to take it, and if they have, all for it. I think bring it on. I'm ready to see another Pixar film. I've been a bit disappointed with a couple of Pixar films. Not majorly disappointed as in I hate them, but I just think their level, because they've set the bar so high when it comes to the Toy Story movies and The Incredibles and all that. I think everyone expects perfection on every film they bring out, and with the last few films like Brave, good story and fun film, but not quite to the level of the other films they've had before that. Yeah. And the same with even Monsters Inc. University, still a fun film and really good to watch and great, but it's still not quite that level, even to the original. I must say though, they absolutely smacked it out of the park with Frozen. I can't go anywhere without hearing little kids singing. That's not Pixar though, that's just Disney. Oh, is that just Disney? That's just Disney. I was just going to say, because they smacked that out the park, because I can't go anywhere. Listen to an Elsa dress on, or Anna Doll, or... It is a great film, it's catchy tunes. 32-year-old fella there walking out singing Let It Go. Yeah. Great film. Every time I knock on a door, I go, do one of those. No, don't really. Hope not. That's all we've got time for today. I hope you've enjoyed our show. Tell us what you think in the comments about some of the stuff we talked about. Maybe you think there's too many superhero comic book films coming out in the next few years, or maybe you think there should be more. Also, on November the 23rd, I'll be at the Birmingham Comic Con memorabilia show. So if you see me there, just come up and say hello. That'd be nice to see people who have seen our video. It'd be great. And yeah, we'll see you then.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at supernerds_UK. Follow our Super Nerds UK Facebook page and our Super Nerds YouTube channel.
Great.
And we'll keep it up to date as much as we can. And don't forget to like and subscribe on our channel. And thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on Super Nerds UK.